All right. Well, hello and welcome to the May Macomb Park Board of Commissioners meeting. And as usual, we will start with the approval of the agenda. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
All right. Is there a second?
Second.
All right. It's been moved and seconded. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the agenda stands approved. Consideration of an action on the minutes from April. Are there any corrections, additions, or deletions? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve the minutes of last meeting.
All right, is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes. All in favor? Aye.
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 Opposed? And the minutes stand approved. Bills and transfers and monthly financial statements. Commissioner Ham.
Hi, thank you. For April 2022, the consolidated fund, the cash on hand at the end of the month was $297,106. Of that, $447 was in the capital projects and $5,658 in the savings. The revenues for April were $100 below budget. The expenses were $8,042 more than budget. So we ended the month $8,142 less than the expectations. In the year, however, it's still $12,916 better than the budget expectations. For the general fund, we ended April with $395,617, of which that was the total. The cash on hand of that, $392,930, and the remainder, $2,687, was in our savings. The revenue for the month ended $18,693 better than budget. The expenses for the month ran $6,032 less than budget. Overall, for the end of the month, $24,724 better than budget. And in the year, we're $92,763 better than the budget projections. For corporate, April ended $17,755 more than the budget for revenues. The expenses ran $4,610 below budget. We ended the month $33,626 ahead of the projections, and for year to date, we're still $46,616 better than the budget. Recreation, overall, we ended the month $5,206 better than budget, and for the year, $16,502. Lakeview, overall for the month, ended $562 better than budget, and $1,954 for the year. Ball 4, opening up. Overall, we ended $844 better than the budget. And for the year, we are $1,715 better than budget. Special rec, we ended the month $3,411 better than budget. Expectations, and for the year to date is $7,109 better. Police count, revenues ended on budget, expenses ended $1,258 less than expected. So for the year to date, we are $1,590 better than budget. Payroll, wages ended $8,006 less than budget for the month. Year to date is $36,122, which is also better than the budget. As noted last month, on April 12th, we did report personal property replacement tax income of $40,276. We also received another $53,923 payment on May 10th for the personal property replacement tax.
All right, great. Thank you, Russ. Any questions for Commissioner Ham? All right, hearing none. Is there a motion to approve the bills and transfers and the monthly financial statements?
Make a motion to approve.
All right, is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Weiss,
Aye.
Commissioner Edwards,
Aye.
Commissioner Ham,
Aye.
Commissioner Selders.
Aye.
All right, and bills and transfers and the monthly financial statements stand approved as published. All right, we do not have anyone for the open public presentation to the commissioners, so we'll move on to the president's report. And the only thing I have is to let you all know we have a birthday to celebrate this Saturday. The Park District will be celebrating its 75th birthday. So there's going to be a big bash out at Veterans Park, I believe starting at 2 o'clock. And Director Lenz, I'm sure, will have more to say on that during her report. So that is all I have. So we'll move on to the director's report.
Fabulous, okay. Just to get us started, a quick update on our strategic plan and also our patent development. So Campfire Concepts, a couple representatives will be here tomorrow. This is our big day of time with staff and time with stakeholders. So we're doing, they are doing a workshop with the staff from 8:30 to 1 tomorrow. Big thank you to the staff for being willing to do this. This is a really terrible time to do a workshop for staff. This is our busiest season. We're getting ready to kick off everything, but you know, with how things have lined up, thank them for their patience. So our office will be closed tomorrow from 8 to 1, but then people can reach us afterwards. We put out a couple of announcements. And then after that, Jim and Lori will be meeting with stakeholders in the community for the rest of the evening until about 6:30 in the evening, and then again on Thursday morning. So thank you to everybody who signed up for one of those focus groups. This is, again, community leaders and stakeholders. There will be a full community survey release later on after we get through this process. So opportunity for anybody and everybody to be a part of this process. But for now, we're just kind of getting rolling and more of some of the leadership throughout the community. We are also having a meeting on May 23rd to discuss the results of the park evaluations that we did not too long ago. So I will be happy to share those with you guys as soon as those come in. And then a quick update on patent and OSLAD. I had a discussion with our good friend Noreen Hammond about some of the concerns I had about the current OSLAD application and the one that is going to be opening in July. And what does somebody do who already has an application in that has been told we won't hear until winter, you know, so we don't miss out on the opportunity. And so IDNR has informed her that they have hired some independent contractors to assist. They got approval from the governor with the current application pool, and they're tentatively looking at sending out notices of funding by the end of July, which, should we not receive funding, would give us enough time to resubmit our proposal.
And that the proposal date for 2023 or 2022? The new
upcoming one?
Yes.
So it would be for 2024.
2024, and
Yeah.
what's the date that's needed? No time for you.
They haven't given it to us yet. We've just been informed that it potentially will be released in July.
Got
So if they do anything like they did last time, which was a shortened period, we would have 6 weeks to get it submitted. Yeah. But if we need to resubmit patent, it's already done with a few minor adjustments here and there, obviously. So anyway, that is my most recent update with patent and OSLAD. And obviously thank you to Noreen for her continued support and helping us contact IDNR and get that information. Moving right along, we had a tree planting happen in Patton Park, speaking of. 4-H here in McDonough County received a community's tree planting grant. It was an initiative from the Illinois Forestry Department and the 4-H Foundation. And then the U of I Extension Office was the agency that made sure all of the volunteers were pulled together and everything went smoothly. So Chris Enroth, who has been a great partner to the Park District, was the one leading this up. And just a really great time to see all of these young folks come out and plant a tree out in Patton and be a part of that development. So they planted 25 trees. They're all native oak trees. This was a project that addresses priority issues listed in the 2020-2030 Illinois Forestry Action Plan authorized by the 2008 Farm Bill. So all that to say, it's great to see some trees show up in Patton Park. In another one of our parks, you all had approved and empowered me to look at some lighting for our skate park. And I am thrilled to say that we now have lighting out at the skate park.
Awesome.
That was done earlier this week. We worked with our good friend Paul out at AMP Electric and used some of our old lighting that we had out at the dog park. So we were able to do this for a very minimal investment. We were talking with the city of Macomb about some of the benches that were around the downtown area that they were pulling up, and talked to Kristen, Terry, and Alice this morning. They are donating a bunch of the old benches to the skate park, so we'll have some seating areas as well for this facility. My hope, I'll be talking to the chamber in the next couple of days, is to do a ribbon cutting and have the young gentleman who presented to us be there to cut the ribbon, seeing how this was his initiative. So I will keep you all apprised of that date. I think that would be fabulous for as many of us to be there as possible to support him and, just show that a young person's voice does mean something, and they can make a difference. So very excited to have that done, and because I'm sure you all can be, figure out maybe what Superintendent Armstrong's opinion of lights outside of his residence, which I won't share where exactly it is, but it's near the skate park, was he said that there is really no light pollution. So he was begrudged to admit that it was fine. So anyway, very excited to have that development out there. I think it's been a long time coming. Our Push for Parks partner for the month of May has been Deadhead Plant Nursery, and I am thrilled to say it has been going extremely well. I have no doubts this will by far be our largest donation that we've received through the Push for Parks partnerships. This does go through the end of May. 5% of absolutely all sales go to support the Patton Park project. If you guys have not been out to Deadhead Plant Nursery, it's right across the street from Downing Park, and they have a beautiful selection of plants and vegetables, perennials, annuals, baskets, all sorts of things. A lot of things I've been told that a lot of other just regular places you can buy plants, Walmart, Hy-Vee, do not have. So this is a great place to go get those things, and it supports the park. So beautify your space and support your local parks. So that goes until the end of May. We thank our partners at Deadhead Plant Nursery for their support, and looking forward to that final number reveal, which I hear is, again, going to be very exciting. Summer programming is well underway. We have a lot going on, and I have several slides to talk through, so I'll try to be quick. Our ceramics programs that needed its own slide because of how many things they're offering this year, which is super exciting. We thank Natalie Shelley for her continued initiative and bringing the arts to the community. We have 2 new programs this year, bringing kids back into the studio. So Clay Lab for Kids, that is for ages 7 to 14. That kicks off June 14th. And the Clay Labs, they're a little bit different than our standard programs. They're not several times a month. It is a one-time come in. It's a lab, right? You just come in for that one opportunity, get to experience what Natalie has to teach, and then, come back if it fits into your schedule. So I think that's really great for this summer as people have vacations and, changing schedules throughout the season. But so June 14th is the first one. Oh, I apologize. June 11th is the first one from 12 to 1:30. The cost for residents is $24. It's currently halfway filled, so space is running out. So if anybody's interested, please hop on our website, call us. We'd be happy to get your kiddo registered. The other new program that we have is Clay Lab for Sprouts. That is June 14th from 2:30 to 3:45. The cost for that is $18. That's for kiddos ages 4 to 6. So that is for our younger artists who are just kind of getting into the ceramics game. So that could be a very fun opportunity for your artists in your home to get engaged with ceramics and see what they come up with. We have a couple other ceramics programs coming up. Wildflower Wall Vessels opens on June 2nd. There's a beaded porcelain jewelry course opening on June 9th. Those are both adult programs for ages 15 and up. And then our Day in Clay workshops kick off for the summer on June 18th. That is our standard workshop we do. It's an hour session, $8 per person if you're a resident. The first session, the noon to 1, is almost filled. So if anybody's interested in being a part of the Day in Clay for June, hop on our website to reserve your spot soon. Other summer programming going on. Little Lunchers, we are excited to announce it is back. So this is our partnership with the Macomb Public Library. The last several years we've had Tiffany Erickson do our readings for us. She does a fantastic job of engaging the youth who attend. So again, we're thrilled to bring this back to the community. But our first installment of Little Lunchers will be June 2nd in the Chandler Park Pavilion from noon to 1. Again, this is a free program. It's a reading from the Macomb Public Library, and then we work with local restaurants to provide a complimentary lunch for those in attendance. Another new program coming to our offerings is Bloom. This is a creative workshop. This is put on by Susan Denicky. She's a local resident in our community and also a great friend to the Park District. She did something similar as a pilot program last summer, and it went over very well. It's an opportunity just to explore the creative arts and use it in conjunction with mental healing and mental health. So this will be something done out at Lakeview Nature Area. The first installment of the program is June 3rd, starting at 5:15. So if you're interested in that program, feel free to get a hold of us. You can talk to anybody in the office. Natalie Shelley has also been in contact with Susan about that. So June 4th is National Trails Day. This is a nationwide event that we get the opportunity to be a part of. We're hosting an event out at Lakeview Nature Area in celebration of this. It's just an opportunity to encourage people to get out and walk the trails, be a part of nature, see what's out there. So this is a free event, again, June 4th from 12:30 to 2:30. Our Summer Noticing Nature series kicks off on June 17th out at Lakeview Nature Area. Again, another free program. Nature Makers, the first one, you get to engage in making a star lantern. That's June 25th from 12:30 to 1:30 out at Lakeview Nature Area, and that cost is just $8 for residents. So a lot going on for our programming. Summer events. We're excited to have a new event this year with the Macomb High School volleyball team. We had a Macomb High School student approach us about a volleyball camp that would benefit Ball 4. So just an opportunity for these high school youth to be engaged and to mentor some younger students in a sport that they all are passionate about and to benefit their community. So I was very inspired by their passion and what they want to do. So here we are doing it. And it's already had a great response. I think we have 10 to 12 people registered already. So if you have a young athlete who's interested in learning from Macomb's finest, we will be hosting a volleyball camp out at Ball 4 Family Entertainment Center from June 6th through the 10th. It's 9:30 to 11 every day, and the cost is just $35 per person. So minimal expense. This is built for youth ages 8 to 12, and again, a portion of the proceeds goes to Ball 4. So we thank the MHS volleyball team for their generosity and wanting to give back to the community. On June 10th, we have our very first movie in the park, The Goonies, classic. That will be kicking off at 8:30. Thank our partners at Pepsi and First Bankers Trust for their continued support of that program, and free popcorn and free drinks for those who attend, as well as a free movie, obviously. And then our first Randolph Street Rendezvous is kicking off on June 16th with Jared and the Absolutes. That is starting at 7. We thank our friend over at State Farm, Tom Conklin, who has returned to us as a sponsor for this year's event. He was one of our first sponsors for Randolph Street Rendezvous, so excited to have him back with us. Like President Weiss mentioned, it's our 75th year anniversary birthday party. So we have a lot of exciting, oh, you know what I did? I used an old slide, shoot. We have a lot of exciting talent, and one new talent that is not listed on this. Nathan Taylor was not able to make it. He unfortunately double booked himself. So we have the Peoria Rhythm Kings as part of the lineup instead. So anyway, May 21st, 2 to 7 at Veterans Park, kicking off with Boogie Bash with DJ B Tight. We had a meeting with him this morning about just the different excitement he's going to be bringing to the youth that afternoon. So he's very excited. He's already picked out his shirt. It looks like a disco ball, I'm not going to lie. And then the Peoria Rhythm Kings at 3:30, and of course, an old fan favorite of ours, Dexter O'Neill and the Funkyard Band, joining us at 5:30. So we're very excited to have everybody out to Veterans Park. And thanks to our friends at Hy-Vee, the first 150 individuals who come to Veterans Park will receive a free cupcake.
Oh, very nice.
So what is a birthday party without cake?
That's right.
So thank you for their generous donation. They're donating 75 cupcakes, and we decided to match.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that is very exciting. And you all now have T-shirts that you can wear to the 75th anniversary. And for those who are out and about in the community, there may be things hidden with some of our partners that could also get you a free T-shirt. So that's all I'm going to say. Look around our community partners come this Thursday. Okay. Along with our 75th year anniversary, we're doing a few 75 challenges. So our first challenge that we released is the 75 Miles Challenge. As part of our anniversary, we invite people to explore our parks and put fitness in the forefront. So log your miles and tag us along the way. And you never know. If your photo ends up in our tags enough, maybe we will also send you a fun 75th year anniversary piece of swag. So along with our 75th year anniversary, but I didn't have anything to put with it on our slideshow, we've partnered with the Western Illinois Museum. I believe I've mentioned Sue has been fantastic with working with us and developing an exhibit for our anniversary. So just a couple of dates for you guys to have written down. July 8th from 4:30 to 7:30, there will be a live exhibit at the Western Illinois Museum. It's a cocktail hour. So where you can walk through, and there will be individuals enacting different parts of our history. There will also be a couple of art projects that are part of the exhibit. I know that a quilt is part of it. Brock, our graduate assistant / AmeriCorps fellow, has been a huge piece of this puzzle. He's come up with a lot of the concepts, so we are very grateful for his continued initiative in our parks and our programming. And then July 16th is the other exhibit at the museum from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And if you guys are available, I would highly encourage you to, if you can't make both, please try to make the 16th, because Rock has also been working tirelessly on 4 interactive sculptures for the parks that will be revealed at this event at 12:30. So again, that date is July 16th from 9:30 to 12:30. And at 12:30, we will be revealing 4 interactive sculptures in Citizens Plaza. So very excited to have those pieces. They do coincide with the Macomb School of Magic, so they will be fantastical in all ways imaginable. In case you guys come across a couple of, I hate to end on this note because everything else has been so fantastic. In case you guys come across a couple of youth league parents who are questioning where the food is at Veterans Park. Unfortunately, without notice, our vendor at Veterans left us. And so we are currently working with some local vendors to try to find somebody to fill in that need. I do not know if we're going to have a consistent vendor out at Veterans Park this season. We're going to try to get somebody to fill in at least for some of our busier dates, but the notice was about 2 weeks before season, and that didn't really give us a lot of time. So if you do come up against a disgruntled parent, somebody who is complaining about the fact that there's no food, they have every right to be frustrated, and we apologize for the fact that there is no food out there. We're trying. So hopefully we can find some food trucks who are flexible and some other local food vendors who are willing to kind of step in, but we'll start working, as soon as we get that kind of mitigated, we'll start working towards finding somebody to be consistent next year. Happy to take any questions.
That was a lot.
Yeah, I apologize. I know this is
No,
not
this
like
is
a
good.
quick meeting for us anymore.
I'm
summer.
loving that we got all these awesome events coming up, and everybody's going to be very entertained, I think.
We hope so.
So something for everyone.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes. All right. Well, let's move on to item number 7, consideration and possible action on Resolution 22-2, SmokeFree Parks. So I'm going to read a summary of the resolution. Whereas the Macomb Park District, thereafter district, is committed to providing safe and healthy environments, whereas the Board of Commissioners believes that prohibiting the use of tobacco products and electronic delivery devices in all Macomb Park District recreational areas protects the public's health, safety, and welfare. And quickly, the five main points to this resolution: use of any tobacco products, including electronic products, is prohibited on all Macomb Park District property. Signage will be posted at strategic locations to inform the community and recreational area users about the policy. Number 3, the director shall ensure that employees and volunteers are made aware of this priority and pursue their job duties accordingly. Number 4, violators of this policy will first be made aware of the policy and asked to comply. Failure to comply may result in the being directed to leave. And number 5, use of tobacco as part of a Native American or indigenous people's spiritual or cultural ceremony is not affected by this policy. However, to avoid misunderstanding, the Park District requests notification prior to the ceremony. So, how all this got started, the McDonough County Health Department conducted a survey and received quite a few responses from that, and almost about 60% strongly agreed with the district passing a smoke-free policy. Also, the McDonough County Health Department received a grant, and that's going to help pay for the signage that will be used throughout the parks. I goofed up on my thing here. Is there any discussion? Anyone have any questions?
Well, I have a little bit of concern with some of the, I know the emphasis is to kind of look at the playground areas and where the large gatherings of individuals in the community have. Also, we have summer softball coming up, and I know a lot of the adults I know a long time ago we prohibited smoking in the dugouts, and we had some pushback, not a lot, but we had some pushback with that. So I know there's going to be some watchful happenings, especially in the beginning of the season, because we have a new group of individuals taking over that program. I am a little bit concerned about the enforcement, but again, it's not like you're going to get fined. You're not going to get arrested for it. We want cooperation. We're doing this because of recommendations from the local health departments. I did read the survey that was out there. There is a large percentage of individuals that think the outdoors, especially when you have a lot of people in closer areas, that there's, like other drug usage, people tend to throw cans around. I know all the facilities no longer have alcohol allowed in the area without special permits on certain events. So I am concerned, because there has been some issue brought up with me about this going through. It's just, when it comes to enforcement, I think I want it be known that we're not going out there finding individuals, or, I think most people, for the hour or two that they're out there in the public park, especially if there's a gathering of young individuals, I think they'll cooperate and not be smoking in the outside bleachers. But we'll be seeing some, and I'm interested in seeing how, once this is implemented, because there will need to be signage out there at Downing Park.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we do have a photo of what signage would be posted. Billy, if you want to pull that up. So this is what has been designed by Tim Rice, and would be, again, paid for in full by the McDonough County Health Department and the grant that they got through IDPH. So yes, we will have signage, and to your point, placed in high activity areas for youth. This is an opportunity for us to, keep cigarette smoking away from playground areas, empower parents at a ball diamond to say this is a non-smoking area when there's somebody lighting up downwind from their kid in a dugout. This is, I don't want to downplay it that we wouldn't come up to somebody who's just smoking out in the middle of a park, not around people, but our focus is really the health of the youth in our parks and in those high traffic areas like you're discussing. So, yeah. But no, we won't be walking around finding people. That's not part of our jurisdiction. We'll just ask people to please put it out.
And I know, it's going to be it's going to take some adjustment from some folks. It was the same thing when Western started their no smoking policy throughout campus.
Yeah.
And it did take a little bit of time, but
It's good that you reminded people that is, the university went that direction also
did that,
with the no smoking policies.
right.
And
the
so we're just
hospital-
kind of moving with the direction of the way things are moving.
Yeah. I mean, multiple. Yeah, the hospital, that whole campus, no smoking allowed, even outdoors. So, it's definitely a positive trend throughout Macomb. So,
We're honestly probably a couple years behind, which we did look at this before COVID.
right.
But COVID.
Yeah, COVID, kind of
Yeah.
put a stop on a lot of things. So,
Yeah.
Are there any other questions or concerns with this resolution?
I'd just like to move that we go ahead and approve the Resolution 22-2 smoke-free for the Macomb Park District.
All right. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and do a
You're the boss.
roll call vote on this.
Commissioner Edwards,
Aye.
Commissioner Ham,
Aye.
Commissioner Selders,
Aye.
Commissioner Weiss.
Aye. All right. And the resolution 22-2 for smoke-free parks has passed. So we'll start seeing some signage
Absolutely.
very near future. So
The young lungs in the park, thank you all.
yes, absolutely. All right, is the open commissioner presentation and discussion of future agenda items. Does anyone have anything they would like to discuss? All right, hearing none. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Make the motion to adjourn.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
All right, so
I'd like
I
second.
seconded all night.
moved and seconded. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Opposed? And we stand adjourned. Thank you all very much.